That's the wrong way to do the Wim Hof method in the snow. It's only gonna make me colder. So there is this really, really common misconception that the breath work from Inner Fire, the fast Wim Hof breathing, does anything at all to increase your core temperature. It makes some sense that people are confused by this because the Wim Hof method is a breathing protocol and it's an ice immersion protocol, and you would think that they're sort of connected. The truth is, when I hyperventilate in the snow, what happens is I am in a sympathetic environment that wants me to be colder, that wants me to rev up. And if I hyperventilate, I answer it with a sympathetic response from my nervous system. This is the exact wrong way to build resilience. When you're out there in the cold, if you ramp up your energy levels with, let's say, a physical activity like hiking up a mountain or running, you are naturally going to generate body heat by caloric expenditure. There is nothing magic about that. And that's what I was doing when I was climbing up Kilimanjaro with Wim. I was working hard and generating internal body heat. That is one of the things that helped me build resilience. It wasn't that I was breathing hard the entire time. The breath work itself actually doesn't have much change. Now, I just read an article about Surya Beda Pranayama, and there haven't been any really good studies on heat generation in the Wim Hof method, so I have to sort of look into other literature. In this article, it said very clearly that the breathwork pattern might have increased energy expenditure, but was not responsible for any sort of heat increase. This makes sense. When you activate your sympathetic nervous system, you vasoconstrict. You bring the blood into your core to heat up your core, which is a survival mechanism, but your extremities are then cooling. This has a net effect of actually making you less warm overall. This is why oftentimes when I first learned the breathing protocols with Wim, we did it in sleeping bags because it made us colder. If you do the breath work before jumping into, say, ice water, you're starting off colder, and it will only make you less resilient to that environment. This is why you've seen people do horse stance, right? That's a wide-legged stance where people do this movement. That's all about muscle activation. What you don't see is, say, someone hyperventilating in an ice bath, which is extremely dangerous and can actually lead to you passing out and drowning. So, really don't do that. But it also doesn't serve a heat generation process. When someone gets out of an ice bath, do you ever see them hyperventilating to get warm? It's not something that we do. And yet this confusion has persisted for a very long time. So you're asking yourself now, what do I do if I want to heat myself up in these environments? Well, strangely enough, you calm down. You get into your nervous system, you go fully parasympathetic, and you think, literally, you think warm thoughts. That will actually help you give resilience in the cold. The physiology of that, well, honestly, I don't know. I just know that it works. I do this all the time. When you relax in that cold water, you start generating heat, especially when you remain calm. So, to wrap up, when you want to get into ice water, when you want to go sit out in the cold, the ways you heat yourself is you calm down or you generate heat by moving. Okay, that is your tip for the day. And here I am meditating in the snow to take you out.